If you're 25 years old living in the United States right now, I'm about to show you exactly how $200 monthly turns into over $1 million by retirement. This isn't some get-rich-quick scheme. This is math, compound interest, and the S&P 500 doing what it's done for Americans for decades. Most 25-year-olds in America are focused on student loans, rent, and trying to afford gas. Retirement feels like someone else's problem. Social Security won't save you. The average American gets about $1,800 monthly from Social Security. Try living on that in retirement. Your employer's 401k match helps, but most Americans never max it out. They leave free money on the table every single paycheck. The average American has less than $5,000 saved for retirement by age 30. That's a crisis nobody wants to talk about openly. But here's the truth. Nobody tells 20-somethings in the U.S. You don't need to be rich to retire a millionaire in America. You just need to understand how compound growth works in tax-advantaged U.S. retirement accounts. And start today, not tomorrow. Let's run the actual numbers for a 25-year-old American investing $200 monthly until age 65. That's 40 years of investing. Total money you'll put in is $96,000 over your entire working career in America. Now here's where American capitalism works for you. The S&P 500 has averaged about 10% annual returns since 1950. Let's be conservative and use 8% returns accounting for inflation and down years. At 8% annual returns, your $96,000 investment grows to $1.03 million by age 65. That's over $900,000 in free money from compound interest. You invested $96,000, the market gave you the rest. This works because compound interest means you earn returns on your returns. Your money makes money, then that money makes more money. In your 20s, most growth comes from your contributions. In your 50s, most growth comes from compound returns on decades of investing. This is why starting at 25 in the U.S. is so powerful. Every decade you wait costs you hundreds of thousands in potential retirement wealth. If you wait until 35 to start, you'd need to invest over $450 monthly to hit the same $1 million goal. Wait until 45? You'll need over $1,000 monthly? Starting late in America costs you massive amounts of money. Time is your biggest advantage as a young American investor. You can't buy back decades of compound growth no matter how much money you make. Step one for Americans is opening a Roth IRA. This is the single best retirement account for young people in the United States. You contribute after-tax dollars, meaning you already paid income tax on the money. But here's the magic for American taxpayers. Every dollar of growth is completely tax-free when you retire. Your $1 million at 65? You keep all of it, the IRS gets nothing. Compare that to a traditional 401k, where you'll pay income tax on withdrawals. That million becomes $700,000 after Uncle Sam takes his cut. The Roth IRA contribution limit for Americans in 2025 is $7,000 yearly, which breaks down to about $583 monthly. $200 monthly is only about $2,500 yearly, well under the limit. You've got room to increase contributions as your income grows. Where do you open a Roth IRA? I recommend Vanguard, Fidelity, or Charles Schwab. All three are major American brokerages with low fees. Opening an account takes 15 minutes online. You'll need your Social Security number, bank account info, and basic employment details. Step 2 is setting up automatic monthly transfers from your checking account. Automate it so you never forget or skip months. Schedule it for 2 days after your paycheck hits. That way the money leaves before you're tempted to spend it on other stuff. Step 3 is choosing what to invest in. For most young Americans, a low-cost S&P 500 index fund is perfect. Vanguard's VOO, Fidelity's FXAIX, or Schwab's SWPPX all track the S&P 500 with expense ratios under 0.03%. These funds own pieces of America's 500 largest companies: Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google. You own them all automatically. You're not picking stocks or trying to beat the market. You're buying the entire American economy and letting it grow over decades. The key rule for Americans is never sell during crashes. When the market drops, your automatic $200 buys more shares on sale. 2008 crash, 2020 COVID crash. Every bear market, Americans who stayed invested recovered and reached new highs. Step 4 is increasing contributions when you can afford it. Got a raise at work? Increase your monthly investment by $50 or $100. Even bumping to $300 monthly gets you to over $1.5 million by retirement. Every extra dollar now multiplies for 40 years. Don't forget your employer 401k either. Most American companies match 3% to 6% of your salary in free money. Contribute enough to get the full match, then max your Roth IRA, then go back and contribute more to your 401k if possible. I know what you're thinking. $200 monthly sounds impossible when you're paying $1,500 in rent in any major U.S. city. But here's reality. You're already spending $200 on things that don't build wealth: streaming services, food delivery, impulse Amazon purchases. Cancel 3 streaming subscriptions, cook at home twice a week instead of Uber Eats, skip 2 coffee shop runs weekly. That's your $200. Or pick up a side hustle. Americans can make $200 extra monthly from Uber, DoorDash, freelancing online, or selling stuff on Facebook Marketplace. The sacrifice now is worth it. Would you rather have Netflix and daily Chipotle at 25 or financial freedom at 65? Another excuse is market crashes. What if you start investing and the stock market tanks like it did in 2008? Perfect timing is impossible. Even Americans who invested at the peak before the 2008 crash still have massive gains today in 2025. Dollar cost averaging means you buy shares in good times and bad times. Crashes actually help you because you buy more shares when prices are low. The worst thing you can do is wait for the perfect moment. That perfect moment never comes, and you waste years of potential compound growth. American investors who started in crashes, recessions, or market peaks all succeeded over 40 years. Consistency beats everything else combined. You're 25 in the United States with 40 years until retirement. $200 monthly is all you need to retire a millionaire. Open a Roth IRA at Vanguard, Fidelity, or Schwab this week. Set up automatic transfers. Buy an S&P 500 index fund. That's it. The American retirement system favors people who start early. You have the most valuable asset possible right now. Time to let money compound. Every month you delay costs you thousands in future wealth. Start today, not next month, not next year. Your 65-year-old self will thank you. Comment your age and what state you're investing from. Let's build a community of Americans taking control of retirement together. See you at $1 million.